Okay. Excuse me, Sasha. I feel like Mr. Rogers or something when I have to like shuffle over to get in here.
We need to get some music. We need to get some music to play you on.
Yeah. All right. Over the show.
Welcome.
Episode 12. That's a dozen.
Wow. Yeah. Didn't feel like it.
That's
wow.
a dozen.
We're at a dozen.
Yeah. Jared. Your host, Tubi, Nick D.
Welcome.
Jarvis Jerry on the beats. Tonight's episode, we saw the movie Eternals. We actually saw it a week ago. We saw it just a minute ago.
Yeah. I think we saw it a week ago.
Saw it a week ago. So we saw it when it first came out. We're just late to the party. We've been busy, you know. Busy week, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna talk about Eternals. To be honest, I don't have. And I think that's what I guess we'll talk about. I don't have too much to say. I didn't hate the film.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off with just giving my rating.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's just start off with giving it a rating.
Loosey goosey.
Because we're gonna do a play-by-play because I seen it a week ago. Nick did just see it a second ago.
Yeah, but it's 2.5 hours. So a play-by-play of it would just.
That's my first and foremost thing. But
yeah.
I think my overall rating of it would be a C plus B minus.
Yeah. I'm right there with you.
I don't think it has rewatchability. I think that's part of the issue with it. And I just put it towards the bottom of the barrel of the Marvel movies. And the thing it has going against it is that you don't have any character you have any connection with. Like even a Thor Dark World. I watched that a couple nights after that. Because, I heard people comparing them to.
Nice.
The worst Marvel movies.
I should do that.
Right. The thing about Thor Dark World, though, is because you have Thor and you have Loki, you have two characters you're already invested in.
Yeah.
It's not even just the actors or where they are in this storyline. It's the fact that you just know those characters.
100%.
The Eternals, I think the thing they had really going against them is you don't know any of those characters.
Yeah.
I mean, some people do. Don't get me wrong.
No, yeah. And I'm
some
sure...
people fucking do.
I wonder, and that's a really good point. Like, I do wonder that if you're like, not even like a diehard Eternals fan, but if you read Eternals, if you're an Eternals guy or gal, would you go into this movie being like, this was dope?
Yeah,
it's like, I didn't read any... I mean, I read something years and years ago.
Yeah.
Couldn't even tell you their names before I walked into this.
And the tone of this movie is unlike a lot of the other Marvel films, or unlike any Marvel film, where it wants to be a lot more serious, and it has this space thing.
Yeah.
Right? But I feel like part of the issue is it's trying to be serious, it has the space thing, but it's still a Marvel movie at the end of the day with some corny stuff going on, right?
Yeah.
We just come off the tail end of seeing Dune. Dune episode's still coming in the works.
Yeah.
And we just seen Dune. And you're coming off of Dune, this really intense space movie.
Yeah.
Opera.
Yeah. Space opera. Yeah.
And then you go into Eternals, and it's kind of dealing with similar stuff in a way.
Yeah.
Gods and space and bullshit.
Planets and...
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like just the tone wasn't there. They either needed to go darker with Eternals.
Yeah.
Or gone a little lighter.
Yeah, I agree.
I think maybe a cameo with the running chick. The running chick,
yeah.
She could have had a cameo of any Marvel character.
Yeah.
In the line.
Exactly, yeah.
Marvel movie line.
She's traveling all around the world.
She can meet someone. Cross someone fast, just for a quick cameo.
Exactly.
A Shang-Chi or something. I don't know.
That would have been amazing.
He's new.
Yeah.
Just saying. And gone a little bit further with the funny.
Yeah.
Or gone a little bit more serious and had, Sprite murdered or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing out stuff.
I feel you.
Another thing is the length.
Yeah.
Another thing for me was the length. Yeah. And that's why I put more in the C category.
Yeah.
It was long. Like, the Bollywood dude, what's his character's name?
Kango.
Kango.
Yeah. That
gentleman almost doesn't even need to be in the movie because by the end of the film, in the final fight scenes and stuff, he's not in the movie.
Yeah.
So you could literally, it seems like almost cutting out a lot of the scenes he's in the film. And it would have cut the movie down like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I wanted you to do that. He was actually one of the highlights.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah, for
He's
sure.
one of my favorite parts of the whole entire movie. But because he's not in the final battle scenes that are really important to finish the film,
Yeah.
it's almost like he's the easiest thing that where you're like as a, an editor or something where you can just be like, okay, remove his scenes.
Yeah, yeah.
And rework the way people are looking and stuff.
Yeah.
Just in the editing floor, not even in shooting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's like it's such like it's kind of a cool picture. It's such like an interesting choice to do that, where it's like he was one of my favorite parts, and then he's just kind of gone for like the last third of the movie.
And then he pops up at the very end.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
The Sprite comment,
and it's like
taking her off to school.
I think it's cool in the big picture of like, no, he's like, I don't want to fight you guys. This is like what I think, so I'm just gonna remove myself.
Yeah, no,
I like that, but for a movie, I don't like that.
Well, also,
you know what I mean?
his whole
Like,
thing is to be comic relief of the film.
Yeah.
Even when they meet up with him, it's all jokes. There's not a lot of information being put out there.
He's very
on
silly.
the plane, like everything
Yeah.
was very. It's there for a reason. It's to make it light.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying too. So you take him out, it makes the movie more serious, and you save 30 minutes.
Yeah, 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 dude.
I still don't think it's enough
Yeah.
to really bump this up to A or S tier, as we call it here.
Yeah, yeah.
But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I did. I thought it was interesting. I'll definitely watch it again. I just don't think I'll be watching it. I don't think I'll be putting this on often.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Often at all.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what? It's early right now in this new Marvel phase.
Yeah.
So this could be. I can see a lot of great jumping off points.
Yeah, yeah.
My major question, and we'll talk. I really want to get to you and what your rating was, but my major question, we'll talk about this a little bit later, is: are they setting up for like a double bad guy scenario, where you have the what are the eternal gods?
The Celestials.
The Celestials.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have what's his name from Loki?
King the Conqueror.
King the Conqueror, and you got two. Or is it going to be a thing where King the Conqueror is using the Celestials to time and everything right? Or it seems like King the Conqueror and the Celestials are going to be our big thing going in the future. It almost is like, are they going to be the Ultron, where we get a big showdown with them in a little bit?
Yeah, yeah.
Or are they being, played by King the Conqueror? A lot could go on here.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, the movie itself opens a lot of doors.
Yeah.
And we have two great ending things. Obviously, the Blade one, I was pumped.
Dude, yeah.
And that almost bumps it, that's where it bumps it almost up into a B.
Yeah,
the fact
yeah.
that Blade, B for Blade, my dog, it almost bumps it up there for him, because I'm a huge Blade fan.
Dude, yeah.
Love the Blade.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's really interesting too that like it's such like a space sci-fi movie, right? And I guess like God stuff too, like
God stuff,
deity stuff. But then you've got Black Knight and Blade, which are very like horror shit, vampires and supernatural type stuff is what I'm trying to say. That it's interesting that they got tagged in at the end of Eternals. Like
they're the king the dude with the other sword.
Black Knight. Yeah, yeah.
No, the other sword that they mentioned they had.
Oh, Arthur. Yeah, King
Arthur was religious.
Yeah.
He believed in gods, right?
Yeah, 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 for sure.
So
yeah, no,
he faced off or had something to. I think
they
there's
had
some weird
his
religious
sword,
thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it did seem like we saw Sprite setting up myths.
Yeah.
Like it seemed like where our myths come from. We're like Sprite telling those stories.
Yeah, like vampires are actually the aliens.
Or
from a different planet,
deviants maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
deviants. Or
yeah,
some
yeah.
shit. Some kind of god, like either from space or some kind of god, like
yeah,
totally.
Yeah, yeah.
Totally. But yeah, let's get right into before we talk about the ending and then obviously the post-credit shit we're gonna talk about at the end here.
Yeah, yeah.
What was your rating and then like why?
Same thing. Like I'd say like C- or C+, B-. I think I liked the movie. Like I liked the big picture.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like it's hard to find like a lot of scenes I liked.
Yeah.
I just feel like I didn't care about anybody, and the people I did care about died, and then you don't spend enough time with anybody.
Any one character.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, I felt like when I first saw it, I was like, man, I really didn't like Cersei and Icarus. And then the second time through, I'm like, it's not that they're bad, it's just that they're not, like, they're no one has enough time to be a character that when you look, I feel like when you, and again, I'm not blaming I thought everyone in the movie acted great. Like, all the actors look great. But, like, when you think about, like, Icarus, like, or you think about, like, Cersei, You don't know anything about them. Like, why are they interesting? They're really not. Like, there's really nothing going on with them other than they have cool powers. And, like, so I just felt like it was hard to connect with any of them.
That
like
was all of them.
Yeah, that's all. That's literally all of them.
That's the hardest thing about this film, real quick, is that you're introducing 10 characters. 10 superhero new characters, the Eternals. That's more than we have with the original Avengers.
Exactly.
And they each got a film
exactly
to lead into them being a group. And in this one, you're being introduced to a group. It's a very difficult task at hand here.
For sure.
And that's why I don't want to rate it super negative.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't necessarily love it. I just
it's
I walked up and like that was all right.
I feel like it
felt
laid
very DC.
Yeah, it laid a lot of groundwork, and it's like I feel like I like that. I'm like, everything this is building towards, I'm super down.
I can't wait.
But like as like a movie, you're like, oh, this would have been a cool show if instead of 4.5 hours,
they could have broken it down.
Yeah, like if this was like 6 hours.
Made you fall in love with the characters more.
Each character had an episode. Right. Like, that would have been
You're not getting that
sick.
cast with a TV show.
No, exactly.
And that's the thing, is the cast was great. Like, Angelina Jolie, fantastic.
One of my favorites.
Salma Hayek, fantastic.
Dude, I wanted so much more Salma Hayek. Like, I wish she was, like, the star. And then after that last video and the whole idea that any of them could now come back because, you know, they're all whatever.
Eternals,
like
or that little weird planet.
Yeah, like I hope in the future we get more Salma Hayek. I hope we get more Gilgamesh, and also what I think this has been building towards Secret Wars. We've just established that Thanos can come back now.
Secret Wars is coming.
Or that's a Secret Invasion. Secret Wars is the thing all the way at the end where there's like it's all crazy. I feel like I know where this is going, and if Thanos is again, I'm jumping ahead. It's like I think this is like we're totally getting Thanos back. If we're establishing that Thanos is
and that's going to be part of our ending conversation?
I think so. I think that's what it's like.
Alright, so you gave it a C plus, B minus.
Yeah, Jerry.
Same thing here. Alright, Jarvis, Jerry, you have seen the film. No spoilers.
Guys, there were spoilers in this. I don't know if we said that.
Like, the only person that sort of enjoyed it.
Wait, start over again, Jerry. I'm sorry. Go again.
Out of everybody I went to go see it with, Crean and I were the only two that actually liked it.
Yeah.
And because I thought it visually was cool.
For sure.
Story, you know, it's a whatever story. It's a C. It's average.
It's average.
Like you were saying, I probably wouldn't like rewatch it. Like, oh man, Eternals is on. Let me pop that on.
Yeah.
But I do kind of like how they did the opposite of instead of like here's 10 individual movies and here's your 4 team movies. It seems like they're going backwards. Of like here's your team movie. Maybe down the line we'll show you more individual stuff. So kind of like a different approach.
They broke them up into 2 little squads potentially. Or at least seems like
100%.
Where they could go in 2 different movie directions with those 2 squads. One with the blade thingy.
And the other 3
and the other 3 with potentially with having to do with Thanos' brother. Star Fox. So that's interesting. Wow. So what did you give it, Jerry?
A C. It's just
okay. You still want C. You still want C.
Terrible, but I didn't think it was like above.
All right. So real quick, we'll do another quick question. Right. In the Marvel movie sphere. And we'll just go with what we have right now, canon. We won't go X-Men, Spider-Man, the rest of the bullshit. Do we rate this? I mean, this has still got to be one of the bottom barrel movies. I honestly think, just because I don't have a connection with any of them, I still put it as maybe my least favorite out of the, I don't know, we're at 30 or something.
Can you pull up the list really quick, Jared? Like, I feel like, because it's like, I don't even know, like,
this is a fun one though, right?
Yeah, totally.
I want to hear what Jerry and you both have to say about this. So
what would be below it? Like what?
I mean, is it better than Shang-Chi? I think Shang-Chi was still the best one this past year. I think it beat Black Widow and Eternals. 100%. Personal opinion.
I think so too.
But I still think Black Widow was better than Eternals.
Yeah. Again, because we like Black Widow. Yeah,
because you like Black Widow.
Yeah, exactly.
And even though they kind of fucked up Taskmaster, I thought it still was like, it was Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, wait, go back up, Jerry. I'm sorry, doggy. So let's just go through the. Well, okay, so we haven't seen any of these. These are all fucking bullshit. These are all bullshit. Okay, yeah, fuck those. Same with Spider-Man. We don't know. All right, so Shang-Chi, Black Widow, Spider-Man: Far From Home, better. Endgame. Captain Marvel. I want to say, it has that Kevin. Has the Kevin Smith line. I'm gonna bump it above. It is on the bottom.
Yeah.
It is on the bottom for me though.
Yeah. I will say, I think Eternals looks better than Captain Marvel, but I feel like with Captain Marvel, I mean,
it's got the Samuel L. Jackson.
Exactly. I was like, you're spending time with less people, so you like them more.
Yeah.
And again, like I don't not like Captain Marvel. It's
on the bottom sphere. We're just saying the movie. All these movies are good.
Yeah.
This is what we're talking. We talk about this stupid shit on our show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these, but I love all of these movies. We're just saying.
Yeah.
You gotta put them. If you have to put them in a list, we're putting this in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm putting Captain Marvel probably in the top or the last 5.
Yeah.
The back of the list here. I'm just saying, but I still think Eternals is beneath it. Ant-Man Wasp, loved it. I don't know where it goes, but loved it. Probably in the middle. Avengers, anything Avengers is up there.
Yeah.
Black Panther, fantastic. Thor Ragnarok, one of the best.
Yeah, dude, that one's hell of high up for me.
First Spider-Man, great. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I'm not a huge fan of. It's probably towards the last 5. You know?
You know what's funny is like when I think of Guardians, I'm like, oh yeah, I love both the Guardians, but I think I've only seen that one maybe twice. Yeah, like I don't even know. Like I remember really liking Kurt Russell. I really like same thing with Guardians. I really liked Guardians.
Yeah, maybe I need to rewatch.
But yeah, I need to rewatch.
I'm just saying, you know, there's a lot of great movies. Doctor Strange, I fucking love it. Civil War.
These are all great. Like
Ant-Man, Avenger, Ultron is a fucking knocker.
Yeah.
The original Guardians, great. Captain America, Winter Soldier, fucking fantastic.
One
Thor: Dark World. This is the second Thor film.
Yeah.
That's the one, you know.
Yeah, like.
But I feel like even when you watch that, like there's some moments in it, dude, with Loki and Thor.
Yeah.
That kind of take out Eternals.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just, you know.
I need to rewatch this.
Wait, can we go back to that other list though, Jerry? I'm sorry. Yeah, then you got Iron Man 3. That one's, you know, that one's pretty cool with all the scenes with the fake Mandarin.
Yeah. And like all the fire people. There's a lot going on in that.
There's a lot going on in that one.
Yeah.
The Avengers movie might be ultimate. I love Captain America First Avengers. As much as some people don't. I love that one.
Yeah, that one's great.
Thor First one's great. Iron Man 2. I you know, my bird. I love all that, dude. Iron Man 2, dude.
Yeah.
Hulk, Incredible Hulk. You know, I'm not. That's that one. Yeah. And then Iron Man 1. Like, dude, like.
Damn, it's so funny that it's like, well, what is going to be the bottom?
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to put any on the bottom, I'm just saying Eternals kind of stands out like a sore thumb almost the way.
Yeah.
Am I wrong saying that?
No. Like, it's like, I feel, because it's like, I'm like, yeah, like, it would almost have to be. Because some of these are so, like, I love. Like, I mean, we love them all, like you said, but, like.
But you got to pick out one that you think's worse than Eternals right now. That's all I'm asking for. Jerry, you too, bro.
Captain Marvel
because I haven't seen Ant-Man and Wasp, Captain Marvel, or Black Widow, and I know
you haven't seen them. Is that what you said?
Black Widow is where you guys seem to be just wondering if those are worse than it. So it's like I don't know. Where me, I think one that stands out in my mind was I don't know why because I haven't seen it in so long, but Iron Man 2. It's just like
I love fucking the bad guy in that.
I love the bad guy in that, but I need to rewatch it. I only remember Whiplash. I don't even really remember.
There's no way Iron Man 2 is worse than Eternals though.
Yeah. Like I feel like Thor 1 and 2 and Captain Marvel might be my 1, 2, and 3. What would be 4, 5 though? 4, 5, like maybe.
Which one's 1? Eternals still?
I mean, I almost feel like maybe Thor 1 or 2, but again, like
really?
I haven't seen those movies since they came out.
So you do think you like Eternals better than this?
I'm just at that point, I'm really just thinking visual.
You should rewatch them.
I should because
we'll come back to that. That's interesting.
Okay.
I hope you stick your guns.
I'll rewatch them.
I hope you stick to your guns though, dude.
I wonder,
because I like the thing to me is I don't like that Thor movie. It's definitely the second worst movie, that Thor: Dark World. I'm just saying, Sadu, if you're watching this right now, is Sadu here? No, good. Sadu, if you watch this later, you can leave a comment about how you hate us, but like that movie sucked. But the scenes that you get with Thor and Loki, those are pretty classic.
That's dope.
You know?
Yeah.
And like, there's a like.
And is Anthony Hopkins in one of them? Is he in both? He's
in that one. Yeah, he's in that one. He's in both. He's for sure in the first one.
Yeah.
And then the chick that's the assistant.
Dude, yeah, like the star of Marvel. Peggy? What's her name?
No,
Peggy.
the assistant.
Kat Dennings. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's her name?
Yeah.
It's like Susie or something.
No.
But yeah, she's
great.
She's my favorite Marvel character.
Yeah, she's
I want her
great.
to be an Avenger.
Wow, but you'd go with one of the Thors.
I mean, but it's almost kind of a cheap shot because again,
No.
I literally haven't seen them.
Dude, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, like I just know, like I know when I compare these Thor movies to like Ragnarok, I much prefer like that new tone.
But Ragnarok is a team up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fucking team.
It's not really fair. It's not fair. It's a
not
mini
fair.
Avengers.
It's a mini Avengers film.
Yeah.
It's a come on. Real quick though, Jerry, I want to go back to you because we now know Nick D is not rating Eternals the worst. With you, Jerry, I gotta say this: did you like the first Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Then you'll for sure like Ant-Man number 2.
Yeah.
There's no way you're not gonna like it. Paul Rudd's on fire.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It gets weird.
What was the other one you said you didn't see? Black Widow.
Black Widow and Captain Marvel.
Black Widow, the fight scenes, and it's because it's kind of there's some fun in it. I think you'll enjoy that one more than Eternals. Captain Marvel, I don't know. You know, I didn't rewatch Captain Marvel myself, but there's a Kevin Smith. Stan Lee has a Kevin Smith comment in it, so I'm gonna, it's in the worst, but I still think it's worth seeing. And honestly, the Samuel L. Jackson moments in it are pretty cool. With the other agent Coulson.
Yeah, for sure.
And just because of that little cameo,
and it sets up the Skrull stuff. Like,
it does. Yeah. I kind of enjoy that one. So
again, same thing with Captain Marvel. It's not even the movie. It's like I just don't. There's something about Captain Marvel I don't like, and I don't.
Well, and the bad guy too. Jude Law.
Dude, Jude Law is such a great actor.
He did a very good job in this stuff.
And because I feel like who even was that villain? Like who even was that?
It was just all around.
Like Marvel and everything. It's like
That has a lot to do with it. It was Jude Law and playing that character.
Yeah.
It didn't really bring it all together.
Exactly.
The Captain Marvel parts of it were kind of all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's like it's nothing against her. Like my oldest criticism of this is that it's like this. Just from reading the comics, I'm like, this isn't Captain Marvel. She plays. She's so like cutesy and like jokes and everything. And it's like like an episode of Clueless, and it's like that's not what Captain Marvel is. Okay. Captain Marvel's a badass. Yeah. And so I don't. And I like Brie Larson, whatever her name is.
She's kind of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It's too much of a goof about. Yeah. But at the end of Endgame and whatever that last thing we saw her in, she seems to be a little bit more militant, like a little like she's seen some shit.
She was in the end of Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Did you say Jerry?
Yeah, I said Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, like she's a lot more like she's been around the block. She feels more like a cop. Yeah. And it's like that's dope. That's what I like. She's
kind of like almost like the Marvel's Green Lantern.
Yeah, dude, exactly.
I mean that is exactly what she is, really, to be honest. But all right, Jerry. So you would say without seeing those ones though, from the ones you've seen, where are you putting Eternals? Give it to me.
I would still put it on the bottom because looking back at all these, Eternals feels the most filler. Like nothing really happened in it. It was just like, hey, we're introducing you to characters, new concepts, and like you guys said, there's too many characters where it's just like, who do you focus on? So nobody. So it's just like nothing happened and it just wasn't as strong as any of the rest of these, where there's a much more clear-cut story and you cared way more.
Even with even with Guardians of the Galaxy 1, because that's let's be honest, if we're going to compare it to anything, we're still talking to Eternals, right? So let's compare Eternals to the easiest thing you can compare it to. Yeah. 2014 Guardians of the Galaxy 1. For sure. A bunch of oddball characters that we have no idea about. Yeah. And it's going to lead us into the next phase of we'd already seen Avengers. This is going to lead us into the next phase of the Marvel universe, right? Yeah. You have what? 5 characters, so it's half the amount. And maybe that has a lot to do with it. Yeah. You got 10 characters versus 5. That's a big fucking jump right there.
For sure.
But also their bad guy in that, a lot more fun. Yeah. Color, this, but also kind of serious and spacey, and god shit. Yeah. I don't know. I think that's the best comparison, and I think obviously Guardians just dominates over fucking Eternals.
For sure.
That's nor here nor there. Yeah. Like I said, enjoyed the movie though.
I really like, one of my favorite parts of this movie is just like in the beginning after like that opening scene happens and then they play Is it Time by Pink Floyd? I just thought that was such like a great intro song for a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, dude. And to
It's
get like
just like
Pink Floyd
the beginning part too. That was the creepy part. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Oh, dude, that was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it was an enjoyable movie. I highly recommend seeing it in the theaters, nonetheless.
Yeah, we saw it in IMAX. It was sick.
Did we? Oh, you today?
Yeah.
Today.
My dad and we went to
Wow.
Deluxe.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've seen it twice.
Yeah,
He's seen it twice, so it's not like we're just coming out of left field here talking about it. But I liked it.
Yeah,
you know,
liked it,
but I definitely think it's also a theater experience because of the visuals and everything.
You'll get the most out of it. Yeah.
It does get a little boring, but visually it is really majestic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with majestic.
Like every shot, like when Selma Hayek's in North Dakota or South Dakota, that looked cool. All like the ancient stuff looked great. Babylon, I remember specifically, looked awesome.
The costumes were cool too. They weren't too corny or anything.
Yeah,
they looked alright.
Looked great.
Yeah, it was cool. The spaceship was awesome.
Yeah.
The spaceship was really fucking cool. But see, as you're sliding through it, honestly though, there's not one character in here that really stood out to me.
Yeah.
Not one.
Yeah.
They all, because we don't spend time with them. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't really bro down with any of them.
Yeah.
I'm most intrigued by, and this is a good way to segue into the other topic, but I was most intrigued by, I think it's Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Playing Star Fox.
Yeah.
Thanos' brother.
Yeah.
I was the most intrigued by that. When that Pat Oswalt's voice popped up as that little
Pip
character,
Yeah.
what is he?
I guess kind of like his
A gnome?
But yeah, for sure. He's something like a troll or something.
Troll or something, yeah.
Well, no,
When I heard his voice in that, I was like, "Oh man, where the fuck is this going?" And that was the first teaser trailer, right? Or
yeah, because the second one is the
Blade voice.
Yeah.
Um,
Which was funny that the second time we went, there was like no one in the theater. I mean, we went at like 3:30. There was like 5 or 6 people in there, and like as soon as the lights came on, everyone was like, "Who was that voice?" Like people were talking about it. Yeah, like it's one of those things you have to go look it up. You're like, what is that?
I
even?
said Blade.
Yeah, you totally called it.
I didn't say Blade.
totally
BK texted me that night.
Yeah.
And was like, "Dude, Blade."
Yeah.
It's confirmed. I
For
was
sure.
Like, oh, what?
Yeah.
I did call that, Jerry. Just so you know.
100%.
Yeah, I was very confused.
I knew. I could just tell.
Yeah.
Because it's Mahershala Ali, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can I don't know. I just like, and we know Blade's coming, so to me it's like there's something. I don't know. Something's got to pull him in, like
especially with all the multiverse stuff and Doctor Strange. Like it seems like that's like we've got the big cosmic stuff, and there's for sure all this supernatural stuff coming. So it's like get him in the mix.
So let's talk Star Fox first, because we got him on the screen too. I don't know anything about Harry Styles, and I also,
What is the band that he's in?
I think he was in One Direction.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And now he's a solo act. He's kind of But anyways,
Justin Timberlake,
huh?
He's Justin Timberlake.
That's what I was about to say. He's a very Justin Timberlake-y.
Oh yeah.
Was in a boy band. Now he's doing a solo career.
Okay.
Yeah, that's with funny costumes. Seen him on some stuff on the social media sphere. Real quick though, Star Fox, Thanos' brother, right? I know nothing about. Nick D, are you familiar with the character?
I'm only familiar with him. There's like a really cool run where it's like I think it's like Thanos Rising or something like that, where it's like Thanos' son, Thanos' brother, Star Fox, like this bounty hunter, Nebula, I think, where it's like it's all these people related to Thanos that are trying to take him down. They're all teaming up because they're like, we hate Thanos. I think I'm even getting that right. I read it not too long ago, and it's great. And he's like, he's one of the people. So there's other people. Like it's kind of mainly focuses on Thanos' son, Thane, I think is his name. But yeah, Star Fox is dope. Like that's the only thing I really know him from.
Okay.
Where like, and that was cool. Like,
what do you think of this casting?
I don't know anything about Harry Styles. It definitely seems to be like polarizing. Like people seem to either like love it or hate it. I think from like the meta of standing back and looking at like what Marvel and Disney are doing, I think it makes perfect sense to like tie a huge star to a part. You know what I mean? If you want it to do well, like I think it makes sense. They're like, oh, young people, kids love One Direction. Let's get one of them in the movie.
Well, they gotta be older by now.
For sure.
One Direction was a hot minute ago.
Yeah, like it just to me it's like, oh yeah, like I feel like this part could have been
for that age group.
Yeah, it could have been anyone who's
early 20s.
Like,
early 20s.
Yeah,
we'll say.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think it's that too, but also because Star Fox is such a, let's be real, lackluster kind of character, not lackluster,
and
but
not even minor, but just
on the
the
backside of the Marvel, lineup.
Yeah.
Connecting a big name actor to a character who maybe needs to be super important in the films.
Yeah. Give him a little room to grow.
No one really knows who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
Is kind of a genius way to doing it.
Exactly.
Because now you're bringing attention to this character that maybe isn't that important, but maybe the way Marvel has the next, 10 years planned out, Star Fox is going to be very important.
I think he is, because I think this is all building towards Secret Wars, and so it's like I think we're building towards a return of Thanos, and one of the easiest ways to even just kind of keep Thanos in the mind of people is like now we got his brother. We got Gamora, who ran off and the Guardians are looking for. Mm-hmm. Where's Nebula? We've got the Celestials back in play. All the shit that and Thanos is a Eternal with a deviant mutation. So it's like he's both deviant and Eternal. It's like this whole thing I feel like is setting up the return of Thanos. So it's like that's why it's like I'm down. I like where this is going.
I mean, I think it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I don't really give a shit about Harry Styles in any kind of drama way. If he's a good actor and he can portray this role.
Has he been in anything else?
I have no idea.
Is this his first movie?
IMDb him, Jerry.
I'm pretty sure it's his first movie, and that's kind of my issue with it. Like when he popped up on the screen, I forgot I read about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm not into this. But it's like, I feel I let you guys sway me a little bit right now, where it's like, fine, I'll give him a chance, see how it goes. But initially I was like, I'm not into this.
Well, if he could do the job, see, I don't know shit about the dude.
Yeah.
One Direction was even like by the time they were coming out, we were already pretty much old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Jerry?
yeah. That was.
So it's like I remember they came out and I know who the band was. That's crazy. So he's the Justin Timberlake of that situation. Awesome for him.
He's in Dunkirk.
Wait, he's in Dunkirk, or was that for music?
He played Harry Styles in Dunkirk.
Shut the fuck up. He's in that movie.
Wow.
That movie's good.
I never saw it. I hear it's dope.
Yeah. And everything else is just
BBC. Yeah, it's all like music stuff, fashion stuff.
Yeah. Wait, is he in that Gucci movie that's coming out, or was that a Gucci where he was himself?
I think that was an actual Gucci fashion thing.
Okay. The Gucci movie looks interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll have to see that.
Yeah, I think pretty sure his second movie, and then he has a few others.
Well, that is, Jerry, a little bit worrisome. I won't deny. It is a little bit worrisome.
And I mean, again, who knows? Even
you got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere, and it's like I don't know in the long run, in the grand scheme of things, I don't see Star Fox being.
Well, it's not like a solo character kind of thing.
Yeah.
I meant important in the sense of how Vision's important.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Where stuff.
And maybe this is also something where he can grow into it.
Yeah.
Look, the dude's a performer.
Yeah.
He sells out giant stadiums and stuff as a solo act. He's done it as a group act. So hopefully it all comes together. And,
I'm rooting for him.
I'm rooting for him. I'm very intrigued. Patton Oswalt's a supporting character.
Yeah.
That's great supporting character.
Yeah, they're teeing him up to be successful. They're just pairing him up with Patton Oswalt.
He was the first sign of some kind of Guardians vibe in it. So
yeah.
This is great. We really got to get it to where the fucking people watching can see what Jared's doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Because while we're talking, Jared's just going through all these fucking photos of Harry Styles doing different stuff. And I really wish the viewer... Yeah, he's Elton John in that one. I really wish the viewer could see the stuff Jerry was showing.
Dude, we gotta get that.
We gotta get that going.
Yeah,
we gotta get that going. All right, well,
that was very Bowie. That last one.
A lot of it's very Bowie.
Yeah,
a lot of it is very Bowie. I think he
looks up to him.
Wants to be a little bit of a Bowie, which makes sense though for the acting thing too.
Yeah,
and he's playing this weird kind of Bowie-esque role,
spaceman kind of. Yeah,
so,
totally.
Yeah,
Ziggy Stardust.
I'm really looking forward to seeing where that goes.
Me too.
I'm not gonna make any judgments now. I'm gonna give the dude a chance.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued.
Might be dope. Could be sick.
And then our second little ender teaser shows Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Don't know that actor's name.
Kit.
I'm gonna call him fucking Jon Snow till the day he dies.
Yeah, exactly. Harrington,
Kit Harington. Playing as the Dark Knight. Dark Knight? Black Knight.
I think it's Black Knight, but maybe it is Dark Knight.
No, I think it's Black Knight. Yeah, it's Black Knight. Dark Knight. They couldn't sweep that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I didn't even make the Batman connection. Yeah, Black Knight for sure.
Black Knight, yeah.
For sure.
Which he's actually in the movie, I think 3 times throughout the film.
Yeah.
I think he appears 3 times throughout the film.
In the beginning, they're on a FaceTime in the Amazon, and then at the end.
At the end, he talks.
And then
to
at 4 times if you count the.
If you count the Afterbanger, yeah.
Yeah, because he's there with.
So they really build him up.
Yeah.
It seems like he's gonna get a spin-off film potentially, which might be really cool.
Yeah.
Has the potential of being really cool.
And I'm glad he turned out to be someone, because through the whole movie, I'm like, why is he even here? Why did we get Jon Snow to play her boyfriend? And then you get to the end, you're like, oh, because he matters. I kept thinking, I was like, in what world do I care about this?
It was a weird cameo actor.
Yeah,
because he was more famous than a lot of the other Eternals were.
That's why it felt so weird. It's like, why aren't you Icarus? Why aren't you
right? So you were taking
Kingo
that
or something? Yeah, it was just so weird. And then you're like, oh, because they're setting him up.
And potentially with Blade, which could be just next level fucking cool.
Exactly, I'm down.
I'm really down for that. I'm really looking forward to that.
Them teaming up to fight vampires.
It's awesome that it's a little I wonder how he feels about now he was obviously Jon Snow, now he's playing
another kind of fantasy character.
Knight,
yeah.
It's interesting.
And he wore a lot of black in Game of Thrones. It's like he is almost getting typecast here.
Yeah, the photos of Blade, dude.
Are these actual photos?
No, I don't think so.
There's there hasn't been anything yet.
Yeah.
No, these are just people fucking making up shit. But it's already awesome to see, man.
Yeah.
That's super fake. I'm pretty sure that was Wesley Snipes' body in that last image.
Yeah, exactly.
And they literally just cut what's his name's head out.
Is there anything on this? Is there even a release date?
Looks pretty fucking real though. That one looks legitimate.
If it's not, that's great Photoshop.
That's a great. To all the fans out there, you should look up the Blade art.
Dread Central
posters. Yeah, the account Dread Central is the one we're talking about right now. It is fantastic. Anyways, let's wrap this up. Really pumped off that final Afterbanger scene.
Dude, for real.
Can't wait to see what they do with the Black Knight storyline as well. I think that could be really cool. Jon Snow, fan of that guy. I think he's a cool actor. Hyped for all the Celestial stuff. I love where we end it with Tiamat coming out of the whatever. It's so funny that so wait, where is the next movie, Spider-Man No Way Home, right? Yeah. So is that going to take place? Is the hand and the head? Well, this is what I also ask you real quick. Yeah, you have probably the answers on this, which is kind of similar to what you're asking, right? The timeline police, or the TMA? I think so. I think it's whatever, right? And all that shit, King Conqueror shit going on. Are the Celestials above that, being affected? And what a Celestial does on one thing is that are the Celestials only in one timeline? Do the Celestials know about the timeline? How does all of that King the Conqueror timeline jibber jabber that's going on, which to me seemed like that was the future of where we were going in Marvel? Yeah. But now with the Celestials, there's this bigger almost. We're going back to almost what's his name popping up. I feel like the Galaxy Eater. Galactus. Galactus. Yeah. And that it feels like the Celestials are going to bring in this whole Galactus thing. Yeah, for sure. Right. Galactus I think is for sure coming. But is Galactus in the Celestials? If that is in fact where that's going, we'll just say Celestials because we don't know about Galactus. Yeah. Are the Celestials above the timeline scenario or affected by it, and what they do in their world? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? No, 100%. I've been thinking about this
maybe today. I don't know if it was maybe the last time we saw it, but what I think it is that like basically what Eternals is saying is that like Celestials are like the most powerful thing in the universe, right? Because they create stars and they create life, and we're all built out of them. What I think is, I think so to answer your question, no, I don't think they're outside of the timeline. I think other timelines have Celestials, and I think what the answer is going to be is either Kang or Fantastic Four or Doom or Doctor Strange or someone is going to figure out how to use a Celestial, probably the one coming out of the Earth, as like an engine to do something to the timeline. Like I feel like the way the Eternals, because the Eternals ends with them saying at the end, you know, when they turned into a rock or ice or whatever they did, it's not even really clear what they did at the end. That they're like, oh, it connected with us. So they didn't just affect the the Celestial Tiamat. Tiamat helped them do it. Everyone linked up and stopped Tiamat from rising, right? So what I think now is Tiamat's just an engine, and someone is going to figure out how to use that energy to do something to the timeline. That's my working theory, is that they're going to, and then maybe that somehow is going to attract Galactus or something. Or maybe, I don't know, we know that Asherim, the god that they were dealing with, the Celestial that they were dealing with, said he'd be back. He's like, I'm going to judge humanity. Yeah. So like maybe he comes back with Galactus.
But you agree kind of in a way that it's those two things going on.
I think they're in the timeline.
But maybe Kang's doing all this on purpose to use this as some kind of power move.
Yeah, exactly. I think exactly. Like
for his own doing, you know.
Yeah, and so I bet there are other timelines with other Celestials, and I think Kang is manipulating them, or someone will, you know, like maybe not though. We'll see.
It's very, very interesting.
We got to come back to episode 12 when we know the answer to this.
Yeah,
we'll see how.
That's what intrigues me, and that's like full circle here to end tonight's episode, right? That's why I feel like this movie was interesting and kind of fun. It's because it brings up all these questions and all these things that you hadn't thought about until you saw that.
Exactly.
Because none of this was on the table yet, you know. Now it's like, oh shit. Well, what the fuck does It'll be interesting to see where everything goes. Jerry, you got something you wanna show us or some shit? What's going on here?
No, I was just seeing
nothing of any importance.
I bet we see Silver Surfer soon too.
Yeah.
Which that's who I thought Jon Snow was gonna be. Which doesn't even really make sense.
No.
But I was just like,
a little tiny for it.
Yeah. Like I was like, what? Like, why is this guy in the movie if he's just a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Black man. Yeah.
Well, that was our Eternals discussion. Definitely check it out.
Yeah, you guys should see it.
Yeah.
Probably see it in theaters to get the most out of it.
Leave some comments of things you thought we missed out on the film and wanted us to discuss about the film. I feel like we covered it pretty much. There was a lot going on in it, so there's not, like I said, we discussed a bunch of times, not a lot to, I didn't even memorize all those actors' names or characters' names.
Are you looking forward to Dune 2 or Eternals 2 more?
Well, Dune 2 is for sure a thing, and we were left very cliffhangery. I don't think we'll get an Eternals 2. I think that we'll see those two groups that have split off in different films.
That's interesting. I bet you're right. Yeah.
I'd be surprised if they.
I bet we see those other. I bet we see Athena meet up with Thor.
I think that they'll do their own things separately potentially.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised to see if they all merge back together and do it all together. These are all the. Celestials.
Jemaya, Asherim.
Interesting. Yeah, so okay, all right, Jerry. Let's end tonight with some fun. Jerry, you got anything you want to spoil for us? You watch anything recently?
I'm sure I did. I don't know. I'm sure I do. I'll spoil two things next time, I guess.
Okay, all right.
Cowboy Bebop next time too.
Yeah.
Well, not an episode, but it'll be out by then. By the next one.
And I wonder, are they doing all of it at once?
I think so.
It's Netflix.
Yeah, but
we're gonna split it into two.
Yeah, because what we also don't know
is over the show.
If it is everything I've seen says Cowboy Bebop season 1. So I think there's more Cowboy Bebop coming if this does well.
I don't know about that, McD. I think that, well, you know what? I don't know. I'm not going to comment on it. I hope you're right. I was going to say, you know what? I think they put season 1 on everything on here.
That's a good point. Yeah. Actually, that's right. If it was only meant to be season 1, they still listed as season 1, right?
They still listed as season 1.
So, yeah, never mind. That doesn't mean anything, though.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Jared, can you think of anything that's only had one season?
And was always going to be one season?
See, that's fucking hard.
Yeah.
I can for HBO Max, but I can't for that.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, True Detective.
True Detective have multiple seasons.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Watchmen.
Watchmen. Yeah,
I was a one and doneer.
Yeah.
Is there a one and doneer? A one and doneer.
For Netflix?
For Netflix, yeah.
I don't think so. They're not about that.
Yeah.
Well, they are. They just don't realize they are.
Yeah.
Until it's already happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They always wanted to, like, would they want stuff to be multiple seasons?
Anyways, we're definitely going to do episodes on Cowboy Bebop. We're probably going to split it into 2 parts.
Yeah.
Because I think it's going to be 10 episodes the first season.
I think
Whether
so,
or not that's, interesting. So, real quick, while we're here, I don't think that will be our next episode, but while we're here, what do you think? Is it going to be a one and done, or is it going to be a multi-season thing?
I think, and I still don't know the answer to this. Like, I think the internet knows the answer to this. I think if they're already cutting out, like, let's say they did cut out all of Edward, where they're like, we don't want to do.
I don't think they did.
And so, because I was thinking if they're going to cut out all of Edward,
that Edward's going to be in it.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking,
I just think they might have minimized the Edward.
Yeah. And
I honestly, dude, from
Jared, we got sound on.
Oh no, that's you, Nick D. Because it's.
Wait, Jared, on full screen?
What? Oh.
It's fast playing.
Oh, nice. Sick.
That's
all
what
right.
it was.
Well, let's call it. We got technical difficulties. I don't know how to get back to my.
We still here, Jared, right?
Yeah, are you still there, Jared?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
I can see you guys.
I don't even know what we were saying. How that threw me off so much. It spooked me.
Yeah, seriously. I was like, Jared, what are you doing? I was like, Jared's just booting up Fortnite.
Oh, Cowboy Bebop and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think they cut out Edward. I think Edward's still up in there.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense, yeah.
I think they minimized Edward's role in it, possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My other thing, though, my comment I was going to say is, like, after now finishing Cowboy Bebop, and there's nothing wrong. I love the Edward character. I like the story arc of Edward. But I think you could do that very, like, I don't know.
In a couple of episodes.
Yeah, and depending on how you did it, like, especially with living, all right, I assume they shot during COVID. I don't know.
Probably.
So you don't want to have a lot of actors on set.
Yeah, I don't know how
so they might have written the way her character was debated. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know what to think of it. Like, I don't know. It's like, is it going to be... man, I just think that'd be so... I hope that even if this, like, let's say this first season, it's 10 episodes, but they plan on doing season 2. If it doesn't do well, I hope Netflix at least has, like, the commitment to finish it.
They don't.
If they, my dude,
that's not Netflix though.
I
hate to say that.
I feel like if Netflix bails halfway through Cowboy Bebop, I might even just unsubscribe from Netflix. Why are we even giving you money? Like, if you half step everything.
Because that they can say the same thing about us though, depending on how it's received. It's all about how it's received. Let's say it doesn't get the views, but people love it and are pushing for it.
Yeah.
Then they might Snyder cut us.
Yeah.
But if it's not, if the overall anime fandom is fucking toxic, then they're out.
Yeah.
Then they're out. All right, well, we'll come back to that.
We'll
find out. This is interesting because this is unlike fucking Eternals or Dune, which we gotta wait months, years and months for. We're gonna know about this whole Cowboy Bebop thing, I think, within the next couple weeks.
Yeah,
Because it's going to come out. People are going to go nuts on the internet.
Yeah.
Either positive or negative. And we'll be able to really tell what direction we think it's going.
Yeah.
Right now, we're just speculating. We have no idea what the show's going to be like.
Yeah. It's Tuesday. It comes out Thursday at midnight, I think.
Yeah.
So it's like, we'll see.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad we brought this up because this is going to be the next big probably thing we talk about. We do need to do our fucking Dune. I think we're going to do Dune maybe for our Thanksgiving week episode.
That's cool, yeah. Yeah.
So maybe we'll watch the first few episodes of Cowboy Bebop and do like this weekend. We'll do another episode.
Yeah, I'm down.
Talking about that out loud with it rolling.
Yeah.
If you made it this far in the episode, we appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming out.
Leave some great comments about how we suck.
What you thought of Eternals, where you think it's going.
What we missed out on Eternals, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, and where do you think Cowboy Bebop's gonna go? Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, if anyone leaves any kind of comment, I'll be fucking smitten. So.
Yeah, seriously.
There you go.
Tell us to check stuff out.
Yeah. Peace.
Later. Thank you, Jared.